E-cigarettes have been proven to cause fewer health problems for smokers, but if your pets get a hold of the cartridges or those refill vials, there could be a real problem.
Dr. Rena Carlson from Alpine Animal Hospital joins us with Liz and Murdoch, and a little bit of a warning for people who may have those e-cigarettes and pets in the same house. Tell us Murdoch's story.
Well, unfortunately, Murdoch and we learned the hard way. Got a hold of a little cartridge from an e-cigarette and ended up having a toxic reaction. So one of those sort of hidden little things that you don't really think about, and Murdoch found the cartridge, chewed it up, and ended up with some problems.
How common is a problem like this? Is this something that you see often?
Well, we've certainly seen nicotine toxicosis before. Typically it's going to be if they happen to root around in a can of chewing tobacco or cigarettes, something like that. But the liquid is certainly something a little newer and is going to absorb across the mucous membrane a little quicker.
So Liz, tell me a little bit about Murdoch's reaction. What did it do to him physically as he tries to curl up on the couch?
He's making himself comfortable. Help yourself, bud. Well, I was woken up by my husband, who noticed that he was shaking. It kind of looked like he was seizing a little bit, but he wasn't seizing. Then he began to vomit. He was unbalanced. He couldn't walk. So we knew something was up.
And so what's the treatment if they do? I mean, is there time? Is one of those things where time is critical? You want to induce vomiting? What do you need to do if this happens?
The quicker the better, obviously, and if we can get anything out of their stomach, there's no antidote. We can't just give a
something
specific
to counter it.
and counteract any of it. It's definitely supportive treatment until their body can absorb or metabolize it through. So if we can get them to vomit up anything, activated charcoal, and then just simply supportive treatment.
Okay, so if they do to swallow this, and it absorbs very quickly, is it something that will just work its way out? Is there a point where it's going to cause long-term problems?
It could, and it's dose dependent. So if they just get a little bit, they may just have a little buzz, but if they get quite a bit, they could definitely have the ataxia all the way up into seizures and permanent neurologic damage if they get a lot. And again, the smaller the dog, the higher chance of really serious problems.
Okay, so we're talking about the e-cigarettes and the vials, but really we need to be careful if we have dogs or cats around the house that it could be anything. It could be that open container of decon in the garage that you have to kill the mice. Your dog could get in there and just start chewing. They don't know. They just think, oh, look, and I can eat that. And so we just need to be careful with what we have around the house.
Exactly, and that's really, like you say, only one poison that could be out and about for them to get into.
Are there some poisons that are more commonly ingested by animals that we need to be especially careful with?
Well, decon is certainly probably the number one we see. I think it's widely used, and it for some reason seems to be palatable, so we do see cats and dogs get into that. And there's a whole list of different things we can see. Insecticides, especially in the summertime when we're putting insecticides out in the gardens and
tending to the garden, and there we have our back to the puppy and knocks over a vial of whatever and just drinks away.
So we definitely see those kinds of things.
So if somebody, let's say their dog or cat ingests something like that, and they can call the Alpine Animal Hospital and at least get advice on what to do.
Exactly, and there's actually ASPCA has a poison control, a national hotline you can call. If you can find what they might have got into, obviously that's really important. What did they get? Some things you do want them to bring it back up if you can. Some things you don't. And then, of course, we definitely have treatments to counteract certain toxins. Activated charcoal binds it in the gut. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do, and the sooner the better.
All right, fantastic. Dr. Rena, Liz, Murdoch, just try and take it easy there, man.
That's
just
right.
Try and
He's comfy.
be excited. Yeah, probably just wore him out, probably.
Exactly, he's ready for a nap.
All right, thank you so much for joining us.
And after the break, we'll show what a few faithful fans did this morning to get their tickets for the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.